Hi, this is Suzan McDowell. Welcome to another episode of In the Circle with Suzan. And I'm so excited to be here. It's the holiday season. We finally made it to the end of 2025. Can you believe it's 2025? I know I keep saying that, but that's how I feel. So anyway, 2024 was a little bit of a rough year, the whole happiness, heartbreak thing. But this year, 2025, has been a good year. And so I'm very grateful to God, everybody, my team, my staff, my friends, my family, for 2025 being an awesome year. So we're looking forward to 2026. I'm going to take a little break. I'll be back in January. And we're going to get 2026 kicked off properly. So we have a lot going on. Our Basel was last weekend. I'm so glad it's over. And then now we're going to kind of hibernate for the next couple of weeks. So I'm very excited to be here with my very, very good friend, the lovely Dionne Polite, right there. Hi, Dionne.
Hola, my love.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. It's good to see you again.
Good to see you as well. It's good to be in this place, in this space with you.
Thank you. In the circle.
Yes, I'm feeling all of it.
I know. Do you feel juicy and
I do.
Lovely?
I feel like lush.
I know. And the air is creamy. It feels like a hug.
It's absolutely fabulous. Just like you.
Thank you. So I'm going to start the show like I always do.
Mm-hmm.
So you were born, and then what happened?
I was born. This is so cool. I was born January 23rd, and I'm going to tell you the year because...
No, nobody needs to know the year.
Oh, I'm okay with it.
Well, fine, no problem.
Oh, girl, here we go.
I'm not telling anybody, but go.
I was born January 23rd, 1961.
All right, get it.
Figure it out. I'm 64, people.
64. And you don't look a day over 44.
Well, if you saw me naked, you'd see all those little facts and premises. But that's okay.
And same on this side.
Say less. But yeah, so I was born January 23rd, 1961 in Georgetown, Guyana, which is in South America. It's the only...
is in South America?
Yeah, man. It's the only English-speaking country in South America.
I knew that. I was testing you.
Oh, okay. Well, and I grew up somewhat privileged, quite frankly.
Mm-hmm.
I came from a family that believed in family and believed in togetherness and believed in elevation and excellence and that kind of thing.
And Black excellence. We were just talking about that.
So all of that. So, I had ballet lessons and piano lessons.
No!
Girl. And I had to be, I had to sit a certain way. My granddad, I spent a lot of time with my grandfather. That's one of the things I never figured out, why out of all the grandchildren, I was the one that spent the most time with him.
You took to him.
I took to him and he took to me.
Yeah.
And I was just trying to sort it out in my brain. I talked to my husband about it all the time. Why did granddad, why did mommy and daddy always drop me off there? But nevertheless, he really enriched my life. My grandfather, who was born January 24th.
Sorry, my phone. Where is my...
Your phone? Oh, no.
Is that... sorry, go.
That's okay. That's okay. There it is. That cool, funky phone that I love so much. Sorry. That's okay. Yeah, so granddad was born January 24th. So maybe that was it. We were sort of aligned.
Oh, yeah. And you guys are Aquarius,
yes,
right?
we were Aquarians.
Like at the beginning of Aquarius.
Yes, and so fun fact, my husband is also born January 23rd. I don't know if you ever knew that.
So you married your grandfather.
So you know what?
I mean,
it's kind of, although my grandfather was over 6 foot tall, and Daryl is not quite.
No, but he's a cutie patootie.
Oh, are you kidding me? He is.
Daryl's cuteness.
He brings. He's just such a wonderful human being.
Soul.
He is.
Soul. As we say in Jamaica, I'm sure Guyana, is when your spirit tech to somebody, you just tech to them.
It's true.
And that's like your grandfather.
It's true.
Your spirits just kind of ran toward each other in slow motion.
So true. That is so true.
It's true.
Granddad, one of the things Granddad used to say to me, see and don't touch.
Oh.
And because I was Granddad, what's that? Granddad, what's that? What are you doing?
Question.
She said, Dionne, see and don't touch. His mother was East Indian, and she would come over, and she used to wear her long plait in the back. And I don't know, she had a smell to her, right? To me, from what I can recall, it smelled like coconut.
Mm-hmm.
So when she would come in and she'd be talking with Granddad, and, she would stand up, I'd walk right behind her and go. My grandfather, he said, Dionne, sit down, see and don't touch. See and don't touch. And I used to walk behind her and I just used to touch it. Oh, yeah.
Keep your little mash mouth shut. has borne itself out. Here we are, all these years later.
But he also used to tell me, listen more and talk less.
Talk less.
Okay. But yeah, so I would say my formative years, up until I was 10, I was in Guyana. My father was a fireman. My mother was a teacher.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. My granddad was the first, he was a fire engineer. He was the first person in Guyana to receive recognition from Queen Victoria. So.
Oh, nice.
That was lovely, man.
That's
that
a
was
big deal.
Look, all these years, I still talk
That's
about
a big
it.
deal. My daddy was Queen Elizabeth's dentist.
Look at that. See, see how we
saying
align?
that, right?
Yes,
I love it just
man.
being like, oh,
What? I know. Yes. I know.
It's not me, but I'm like,
I'm taking. I'm gonna get a little bit of the shine. Give me some of that shine. That's exactly it. So I came. Daddy left Guyana about a year before we did, which is typical, with immigrant families when you're
somebody comes up,
gets things going, right?
Like a forward team.
Yes. So they had both made the decision. I was not a part of the conversation, but I've sort of made that assessment from observation that they had made the decision to try something different, right? My mother's side of the family were all in England, including my granny, and Daddy, although I think he got along with mommy's side of the family, I think he wanted to just assert himself and just, have his own space. So America was where we came. Although I think, when I think back about it, I think mommy would have probably preferred to go to England. But my father was a man who stood on principle. He's like, dude, yeah, no, girl, that's not happening.
I mean, even though I do, I feel like if there's a decision to be made, I think it's the man should.
Yeah, let the man make it.
I feel like that's like super traditional, but I feel like at the end of the day, the man should make the decision.
I agree. Especially something as big as that, right? You uprooting
everything. And I'm a
everything.
feminist and all that, but I'm very also traditional.
Yes.
The man is the head of the household.
Me too.
So
Me too.
Sure, we'll go to America, fine.
Okay, fine. You want to drive the car? Drive the car.
And I'm looking at you. Do perfectly fine anyway.
Exactly. So Dad was here in America, in Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
We came in the house.
We
came like a year later. I was 10. My brother Troy was 9. Our sister Simone, she was young, maybe like 6. Or maybe like 5. I think more 5. She was 5. And we came and we settled in Brooklyn for a couple of years. That was tough because, as I said, when we were in Guyana, we had a maid, we had a driver, we had a this and a that. And we came here. War girl, we walked.
That's when you found out you were black, right?
Exactly.
You found out you were black when you got here.
Oh my gosh.
You're like, I'm black?
Hello?
That's a thing.
Wait.
Not only are you black, but it's a problem.
Hello.
I know, right?
No clue.
And then you're like a princess. You're like, but in my country,
right.
like I run teams.
Right.
They come over here and nobody cares.
Food is served to me.
Yeah,
what do you mean I'm cooking?
Doing the lawn and washing the car. And
lawn? What lawn? We didn't even have a lawn.
I didn't even know. I didn't even know how to like cook or clean. Nothing. It's all done for you.
Listen, I didn't even know about roaches. But I discovered roaches.
Somebody else.
I was like, what is that?
I know. And it's so funny, like when you tell people who are not born in the Caribbean or not born like from a certain class of the Caribbean.
Right.
They're like,
huh?
Like they're mad at you.
Yeah, they're like,
I didn't choose that. I mean, I'm glad, but I mean,
listen,
I was born into it.
The integration into American life was a challenge,
rough.
Right?
Yeah, it's rough.
Because we came here, Mom was going to school and working. Dad had 3 jobs and going to school.
Oh, wow.
And so as the oldest, I then had the responsibility of handling everything.
It must have been super culture shock for them too.
A lot. It was a big culture shock, but they did it, right? They did it.
Yeah.
And so, I had to make sure my brother and I were up and my sister was up so we could, drop off at the babysitter, my sister, and, get myself and my brother to school and all that stuff we were doing. It was learning how to manage a household.
That's funny.
At 10.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Sorting laundry, all of us in.
But you're built for it.
We're built for it.
I mean, look at it.
It's like a 1-bedroom apartment, right? So we're sleeping, me, Troy, and my sister Simone. Mom was pregnant. We're sleeping in 1 bedroom, and Mommy and Daddy is sleeping on a pull-out couch in the living room. Ugh. It was like, where am I?
Rough. And where are the servants?
Why am I here?
I gotta cook.
How long we staying here? Why is it so cold?
It sounds so elitist, and it is. But it's like that's how we grew up. I'm like, It was such a culture because I came around the same time. I was 11, and it was a culture shock, like getting thrown in ice cold water, and you're like,
what is
what
this?
are we talking about? It was such a culture shock.
And then integrating ourselves into school. First of all, you know, we're going to school. My hair is plaited up. I got a ribbon in every braid, right? And, you know.
And you're so crisp.
My gosh.
Proper English. Smarter than them, by the way.
Listen.
And they're mad.
And every other week I was having a fight.
How do you know this more than me? Oh, I know you have to punch people out, right?
Listen, this is why I have this edge now. To this day at 64, you come at me crazy. I'm like,
because you were in Brooklyn.
Listen, in Brooklyn.
So
now I'm just like,
no. So did you go to a black school or a white school?
It was PS 213, which was a black school.
Black school.
You know, there were white kids there. You know, but I was made to feel. You're different.
You're other.
Why are you here? It was in the 70s. So can you imagine, you know, coming into this place, not knowing.
Do you have pools? Do you use money? Do you guys live in trees?
Are there monkeys where you are?
Are there monkeys? Are you guys all stupidness?
I didn't even know how to curse, but after a while, give me like 2 weeks, and I was like,
meanwhile, you're like, in my country, I could buy and sell you.
Hello, bitch.
Like in my country,
excuse me.
You know. Yeah. It's okay. It's fine.
You know?
I'm with you. So anyway.
What are we doing? So anyway, I had several fist fights.
Yeah. And you pow. I know you won.
Pow. And one in particular was a guy, I won't even mention his name because he might see that.
Might still be somewhere.
But no, I'm going to mention his name anyway. His name was Carl Smith.
Smith.
When I got to, this is the second year we're there, so I'm in 5th grade, and he writes me a love letter. Well, Carl Smith, as it happens, was the babysitter that Mom had gotten for my sister. So I never had a love letter before. I didn't know anything about it. So I take it. Mommy comes home and I said, "Mommy, look, this boy give me this letter." And she's like, "What? What nonsense? We didn't come for this." Oh no! Oh my! Next day, she decides to come with me to the woman's house, Mrs. Smith. And she presents the letter. She said, "I just want to know that we are not here for any other thing other than to get an education and to move on with our lives. And so your son has to know his place."
Yeah, I'm going to need him to step off to kick rocks.
Well, brother man, the mother, I guess, must have said to him, "Leave that lady alone. Leave that girl alone." And we were in the same class. And so after his mother spoke to him the next day, he started calling me a monkey. He started pushing...
Oh, you retaliated.
But last week I wasn't a monkey though, was I?
Last week you loved me.
Hello.
Now you want.
Last week you want to marry a girl. Okay.
You know, men and their egos.
Girl, even as a child.
I mean, they're dudes. You know
so
what I mean? Like,
in my head I said,
rules.
okay, I'm gonna have to put him in his place. So I started ignoring him. And one day we're walking home, my brother and he starts pushing me in my back. I was like, "Carl, stop touching me." Push me in my back. I said, "You must want some of this. You must want some of this." Anyway. I beat his tail down to Detroit. My brother said I was beating him until I was hitting the concrete. I was hitting all the frustration. Why am I here? What am I doing? Look at what I'm subjected to.
All the anger came out on Carl.
This is what I'm subjected to.
And he deserved it.
I get home. It was a big deal. The teacher called. I was fighting in school, whatever. My father starts playing. My father was really into calypso music and jazz. And there is Max Ehrman. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. He's a poet. He's not necessarily a musician, but he wrote a poem called Desperata.
Oh,
and
it's
Go Placidly.
Yeah.
My father started playing it every Sunday.
Over and over.
Over and over. So I would get this in my chill in my brain.
Wow.
And one of the things is about, one of the lines I remember is about encountering fools and not necessarily having them really steal your joy. And I'm paraphrasing, right? And it's, just don't pay any attention to them. They'll find, sooner or later, they'll get what they deserve, but just continue to do what you need to do. And it was just repeated over and over and over again. And I really took that mindset on.
Yeah. Like, I mean, you're a very self-confident person.
Listen.
That's on the inside. I can tell like when it's on the inside.
It is certainty. Like it embedded in me, right?
Yeah.
It is,
a beautiful thing.
It is, I never forget, my granddad used to say, "You have a beautiful skin," right? Because I was, I'm dark. My granddad was dark. Troy, my brother, is a lighter brown or whatever. And so, but I never felt, I never said to myself, oh,
I'm dark
dark
skinned
or whatever, until I came to America. And then all of a sudden,
Listen,
oh, blackie. Oh,
the dark skin
well,
thing is not
I
a game.
had no clue.
It's not a game.
No clue.
Not
And
that I know.
then as I got older, the whole question about why does your hair look like that? My hair has a little bit of it's not straight, but it's got a little bit of a looser kind of curl.
Because of the East Indian.
And what you put in your hair?
You got good hair.
What you put something in your hair? What are these people talking about? All of those things, like, really.
But you didn't know.
I had no clue.
People are putting them on you.
I had
like,
no
what?
clue. And then, I couldn't really talk to mommy and daddy about it because, first of all, they were busy,
Working,
navigating their own lives
Yeah.
here in America, right? My father had some challenges, interacting with the people. Like, one of the jobs that my dad had was as a dishwasher. And he was going to NYU at the same time. So, it was like all this stuff. Fast forward. We stayed in Brooklyn until junior high, and then my parents rented a house in Queens.
Ah, so you left Brooklyn.
And left Brooklyn at 11 and a half, I was almost 12, and moved into the house that the Polites owned. So they owned a 2-family house, and we moved into the house.
The Polites.
The Polites.
Are you going to explain this to me now?
So Daryl's parents, I'm a Polite. Daryl's parents owned the house. And
that's how you met Daryl?
That's how I met Daryl.
That's how you became a Polite?
That's how I became a Polite.
You picked up the boy that was in the house?
My father said he picked me up.
Well.
My father said, Daddy,
at least it wasn't Carl.
or a Mustafa, or what, although Mustafa's not a bad name.
He picked you up in his house?
Girl.
Talk about convenient.
Made it easy.
Convenient.
Daddy used to say, I see the boy when we were moving in. I see he looking. I said, well, he looking so far. He was looking at you.
He was like, that's mine. That's mine.
No. But he was just looking because he's very curious. But Daryl became my best friend. We would sit outside on the front, in Queens you have porches and
yeah.
We would sit outside on the stoop and talk about everything underneath the sun.
Wow.
And Suzanne, I have to tell you, one of the things that I fell in love probably with my father-in-law first before I fell in love with Daryl. Because I observed like outward emotion. Like, my father-in-law opened the door for my mother-in-law. But when I was a kid, I saw that. My dad didn't do that, right? So my father-in-law used to open the door for my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law had furs, had diamonds.
Did the whole thing.
She was, it was just lovely, right? And Daryl was one of. That's okay.
I know I'm on a show, but Eric knows his. Hi, Eric Knowles.
Tell him I say, hey, what's up?
I'm in the middle of my show. I'm answering the phone because I'm in the middle of my I can't answer a question right now. Yes, she is. Yes. The mayor is sitting at Terry's table. Yes. Thank you so much. I love you. Bye.
Bye. Okay.
I'm so sorry, but he called me 4 times. I'm like, he could be stuck on the side of the road.
That's true.
And he's my very, very good friend.
We'd both have to go help him.
Yes, exactly.
So anyway, so I observed all this stuff and I was like, wow, that's so nice, just how he spoke to her, there was never any yelling. We had lots of yelling in our house. Never any yelling, just this even tone and all that. And
You're the Polite.
Yes. And I just always loved that.
Yes,
just
I know,
real calm,
chill.
None of this. With us as Caribbean, we like music loud. And, like Daddy, if they didn't serve the food, it's where the food there? Oh God. And and I was
Polites were like nice and decent.
Yeah, hear nothing, no noise coming from them, nothing, Anyway, so Daryl he really became somebody that I talked to. Like, I didn't fall in love with him right away. And one of the things, I started learning so much from him about American culture.
Oh, that's
that is really,
that's how you fall in love. Somebody
that's
teaches
exactly,
something, you're
exactly.
Like, a new word. I'm like, a new word. So that's how I fall in love. Teach me something new.
You're like a thesaurus because he's so bright.
Love that so much.
Oh my God. He had a lot of pimples, and I was like, I don't even see the pimples. I started saying, Daryl, let me fix your face. And he's like, leave me alone.
So
it don't matter.
This whole thing about marrying your best friend.
And that's it's a real
thing.
truth. We're married 42 years.
Yeah. Oh, yes, that's crazy.
Yeah. And
that's only 2 years younger than you are.
Yeah. Right, kind of. In my brain anyway. And the thing is I say all the time to people when they say, how the hell did you do that? not only do I love him, I still like
You
him.
like him.
You know what I mean?
That's the
Like I
best.
look at him. I mean,
That's the
sometimes he
best.
says crazy stuff, like this whole political stuff. He is like all entrenched.
It's all about it.
It's like, dude, I don't want to hear.
I just want to do my art.
I just let me just navigate myself through this life. You know, let me just do
But some
me.
people get caught up. And
Oh
you're like,
my goodness gracious! And he just thinks that I should be aware of, you know, the hot spots and the potential challenges. And that's all right. I'm gonna live my life. I'm like this.
Give me
Oh, look, a
just-
sunny spot. Oh, look,
Yeah,
a flower.
exactly.
Oh, look, a blooming tree. Oh, look, 5 shoes. I am there. Hello. You know, so he is very grounded and in going to school, you know, so we went through high school together. He went to Old Westbury, which is college in Long Island. I went to York College, which is in Queens. How we doing with time? Because I got a story.
we got about 10 more minutes.
Oh Lord. Okay. So anyway, so we went to college. After college, he went to the New York. He was recruited to the New York State Police. So he went to the academy. He was a state trooper.
Oh, I remember you said
Yes. And he was a trooper for almost 30 years. You know, I was in banking for a while, then had a pivot and got into nonprofit. And then I was at, you know, the illustrious AARP New York.
So that's how I met you.
That's how you
I
met
came
me.
to talk to you about, was it Jazz in the Garden?
Jazz in the Garden. Well, you met me when I moved to Florida. So I was at AARP New York.
Oh, God. And then you moved here.
And then I was recruited to Florida.
Yes, and you were running.
And then you were like one of my first best friends.
I know. I got there and I was like, hey, how you doing? We're going to be friends
Hey,
forever.
yeah. Get in my car. And I was like, okay.
Spirit Tech Team.
Yes.
Did I drive you around in my car?
Yes, you did, man. I said, Father
I'm
God.
so sorry.
Father God.
You're like, if I could only get through this.
Oh my God. I can't even tell my husband how she drives
I know.
because it would be really.
My old boss, Curvin, used to be like, he rode with me one time. He was like, I will never ride with you
Susan,
again.
I don't know if you remember, we were going up a street. And I was like, I think this is the one way. Oh, it is. Oh shit! I was like, oh my God. Well, isn't it something?
And look at you, alive.
I'm
and
alive.
well,
I'm here to talk about
10
it.
years later, long time later.
Almost.
It's not 10. No, it's,
It's
less
about.
than,
It's about 12.
no, man.
Yeah, man.
Since
Yes.
I believe you.
Yeah. It's about 11 and a half.
And then you got involved with Jazz in the Garden.
And I through you.
Yes.
Got involved with Jazz in the Gardens with no regrets. Loved it.
I know. I love Jazz in the Gardens. I love such a beautiful festival.
I didn't do it this year. And I don't know what's going to happen for you, but I loved it. You know, ARP loved the experience. I remember you built this whole thing out, and you know, we had,
my God, remember that?
It was fabulous.
That
It
was 2018.
That was 2018.
That was 20. I remember because I was so stressed. That was also the year that I launched my glasses company.
Yes,
which is why it was so stressful.
Yes,
I was doing all that plus
yes.
So, yeah,
and that was the second year we had done Jazz in the Gardens.
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was really amazing.
It's beautiful,
and it still is.
It's a beautiful
event.
experience.
Yeah, it is a great event.
Yeah.
So that has, you know, my role at ARP was really to connect with community, right? Particularly communities of color, because it was something that was not growing as strong as it could be. But that happened thanks to you, and then you connected me with so many other people that really helped me, you know, show up in my role.
That's so fun. And I never really realized it because I'm just dragging people. I find people, I like them. I'm like, come on, let's go.
Yes.
Get on the clown car.
Well, you introduced me to Eric. You introduced me to Dexter, both of whom are really dear friends.
Yes, they're all.
Yes. I am certain that Dexter and Daryl are related in some way, shape, or form. Michelle and I call ourselves Michelle and I call ourselves cousins because she's Guyanese too.
And Eric knows for the very first time in the whole history of this show, I answered a phone call because he called me.
He was worth it.
Eric knows you're a very important person.
He is.
That's how. Yes, he got me to answer the call.
And his daughter is one of my mentees.
Oh,
love her. Love
Erica.
her. Yes.
Yeah.
So you know, it's a beautiful circle that has really been created, and I, you know, because of my faith, I really know that these things did not happen by accident.
No,
God really is in the blessing.
He's very intentional.
Yes.
And busy.
Listen.
Busy.
So through the marriage and everything, we have 2 children. I have a 38-year-old son who is at Sirius XM, but he lives in New York now. Our daughter, who was in New York, she is a autism researcher.
Which with the grandbaby.
With a grandbaby,
Mhm.
yes.
That you're in love with.
That I am madly in love with. And they've moved from New York with us.
Mhm.
And having my grandson there really made me think about the things that were important to me.
Mhm.
And the things that are important to me is family.
Mhm.
And so I retired in June from
I
AARP,
remember.
right? I mean, I don't know if they were as pleased. They were like, retire. But, this is.
So I want to talk about your art.
Yes.
Well, actually, before I want to talk about your art, I want to ask you about that outfit. What is that outfit?
Girl.
That's crazy.
So I have,
I'm
definitely going to tell you, there is a website that I met a woman years ago when I was in New York, who is she has a shop. She has she's in California. She has a shop, and she will send me things. I started buying a lot from her. She'd send me pictures and say, hey, Dionne, you like this? I'll send it to you. And I just send her payment. And so a lot of my clothes that I get come from her. And I'll tell you the name of the web. I'm not going to.
I was going to say I need the website as soon as we get off the air.
Yes, her name is Helen. And
yes,
her name is Helen Mitchell. So
that
I'll
outfit,
shout out to Helen.
Listen, when a man who was it up front at the community newspapers that was like, I love that outfit.
Yeah,
I'm like, did a man tell you loves that? That's how you know it's a good outfit.
I know.
That's how you know it's a good outfit.
My shoes are
the shoes
are Stella McCartney.
She's gonna try to get me those shoes,
girl. But this, I wear a size 10, 10 and a half, whatever.
So your art.
So
I was shocked. I didn't even realize.
Yeah.
I remember so our life together was like ARP and just around Miami and South Florida. And then I was like, what do you mean you're an artist? And you just laid it on like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm an artist.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? It's like George Bush is an artist. I'm like, what?
I know. I know.
What are you talking about?
So George Bush and I have that in common. Yes. We are retired, but we are rewired. And for both of us, it's our passion, right? It's the thing that really drives us. And for me, even as a little kid, like I said, I spent a lot of time with Granddad, and my brain was always, and so I'd always have like pencil and paper or drawing paper as we had back then, and I was always drawing something, Googling, even in meetings, as when I was in my role, I would always
it was your thing.
Doodling. I'd be doing something, and so, oftentimes people say, oh, can I have that when you finish? That's so cute. Because they know.
You'd be like, I'm just whatever.
And they'd say, okay, well, can you sign it? I met Lois Frankel, who was a legislator, right? I met her in D.C., and I was talking to her about this stuff that I do. And she's like, look around. And she had art all over. And she said, Dionne, whenever you decide to whatever your what's next is, I think you should really hit on your passion.
Wow.
And she lit that fire with just the couple of words. And I said, bet, I'm on.
Wow.
So during my last couple of years at AARP, I really started pursuing it more during COVID. I had a group of friends.
With all your free time?
Well,
that we all had?
Listen, I would get together with a group of girlfriends that were at AARP, and we would meet Fridays. And one of the girlfriends got everybody a little paint set. And we would say, okay, every Friday we're going to paint a little something. We go color. And I just took the paint set and I was like, I started doing.
You were like a prodigy.
And then the next Friday I'd say, look what I did. And they go, well, damn, where'd that come from? I created these masterpieces. Yeah. And they were like, what are you doing, Dionne? I don't know. And Daryl started looking at all. He's like, babe, you got a talent.
Pretty good.
And he started buying me canvases and buying me better paints and canvases. I have probably 150 pieces in the house now. What? They are paintings on top of it's bananas. He's like, yo, we gotta sell some of this stuff.
He's like, all right, maybe
we gotta sell some of this stuff.
Like, your own fault, Daryl.
Listen,
your own fault.
And some of the pieces have sold. Quite a few of the pieces have sold. And
now, what kind of, what would you consider your art?
So
what
mine
kind of art
is a friend of ours, you and I both know Ludlow.
Yes, I love Ludlow.
And Ludlow
smart.
came over because I was like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
What is, and he said, Dionne, this is akin to Harlem Renaissance. What you do is it's that sort of work. So I think that's what it is, right? That sort of theme. Because I think of my Caribbean heritage, everything's pretty bright. I do a lot of tropicals. I do a lot of landscape.
So you're original, right?
They're all, yeah.
Like you're not painting from a picture.
No, man. I am sketching. I am really, the images that I get I really think they're God sent. right?
I mean,
I'm inspired too by things like this. All inspires me. You may see something like this. I'm inspired by things and people as well. But it really is seeing something. And this weekend we were in San Diego for my grandson's birthday. Today's his birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yesterday rather was his birthday, and he's 3 now. Lord of mercy!
I remember seeing him at Jazz in the Garden 3 years ago.
Yes,
he was in his little pram.
Yes,
and all of that.
Yes.
And you were like,
oh my God, he's so delicious. He calls me Yaya. Yeah, and he started painting too. Because when I paint, he says, I want to paint. So I got him his own paint set, and he paints as well.
So like 18 years from now.
Listen, and let me tell you, it's in the genes because my mother has had a first cousin who is an accomplished artist. And I have a first cousin that's an accomplished artist. And my cousin has a son that's an accomplished artist. So there are like 6 of us in that on my mother's side. It's in our genes. And as a matter of fact, if you know anyone, and if anyone is listening, I am really interested in doing an exhibition called Generations and highlighting all of us and the work that we do, because it is. I think it's unusual to have 6 artists. 6 artists within
in one family.
Yeah, and come from a family that's like focused on education. We're like super driven.
Yeah. Not necessarily art.
Excuse me. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
And you like popped up. Well, you know, it's so funny because on this show, and this always comes up. Is it like you look at somebody's life and then you look behind them and you're like, oh. Now I understand, and this always happens over and over and over. My friend Courtney Cunningham was on. He's a very serious, very accomplished lawyer and super fabulous. He's here telling me about how his dad has like a street named after him in Florida.
Wow.
Somewhere in North Florida.
How cool.
And I was like, and then the mayor was here, and she told me that her dad was a New York City councilman and her mom was a social worker.
Yo!
And I always tell this story because I was like, wait, what? You know what I mean? Because you put it together and then over and over. And every time I talk to somebody, there's something behind them that has informed who they are. So,
I absolutely true. I think I have a very vivid imagination, and I think I am also very insightful, and it allows me to really envision possibilities. You know?
And to see the total of it.
I am not a person that sees challenges as something to fold myself
to
around.
Stop you. You're like, all right, just go around that.
Yeah,
I know.
That's gonna make it. I'm gonna learn a lesson from that, but it's gonna be a blessing.
You know my motto: the one who says it cannot be done should not interrupt the one doing it. Like, I'm doing it. Stop telling me that I can't because I'm already.
Sit back and watch me.
Yeah, sit back and watch me.
Look and learn, okay?
Yeah, do it twice, take a picture.
Hello. And I'm here for it.
Yes.
I'm here for it.
So, all right. So tell everyone how we can find you. How can I get more? How can I get your art?
So I have a website. Please, God, let me say it, the website.
Because Velvet will beat you if you don't.
Yes, 5, the number 5, VE Talents LLC.
5V Talents.
5VE Talents LLC.
That's your website?
That's the website.
We're gonna work on that.
Okay.
We're gonna work on that.
I hope I said it right.
5VE.
5VE
LLC.
Talents.
We're gonna work on that.
Yes.
I love you.
Yes, you're the brand and marketing person. Yeah. Don't forget, it's Daryl and Dionne Polite doing what we do.
Yeah, no, so, I got you.
Yes.
So, well, thank you so much for being in the circle.
Thank you so much for having me.
You know, I absolutely adore you.
I adore you, girl. I love you more than pop. I love cake.
I love you more than lamb chops.
Oh God,
I know that's good. That's good.
Yes, that's so.
Well, thank you very much. We are gonna wrap it up, Miss Rachel, our fabulous producer. Thank you, dear.